Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian.
And Jynx here.
And welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 on the PlayStation 5. Alright, so the first thing we need to do in the second episode is to level up our characters. So we'll be moving to level 2. I guess we'll do this one at a time here, so you guys can see exactly what we're all getting. We have the Divine Smite, which is what really makes the Paladin powerful, because they can just add this to their attack. And so it's a 1d8, or excuse me, a 2d8 radiant damage. So that's a lot of extra damage here.
Smiting's kind of the thing.
Yeah, smiting's kind of their thing. Alright, and then we have these different spells that we have access to.
You can cure your own damn wounds.
And also, we got the ability to pick a fighting style, so we're going to want to go ahead and do that. So with our fighting style, we have 4 choices. We have defense, which is a +1 bonus to armor class while wearing armor. We could do dueling, which is what we're not going to do. This is for wielding a melee weapon that is not two-handed or versatile, and no weapon in the other hand. So if you're doing like a shield and sword style, then this is good. Or what Jynx is doing, where she's only using the sword, which is the reason why Jynx is only using the sword with no shield, is because she doesn't have shield proficiency. The great weapon fighting and the protection. So the protection is for using a shield. But we're going to be using the great weapon fighting here. When you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack with a two-handed melee weapon, that die is re-rolled once. And so yeah, it ensures that we're less likely to get the low damage output. It's pretty helpful. So now we get to pick the spells. So we saw the list of spells there that we unlocked, but you'll notice we only can prepare 5 of these. So it seems that the Paladin is like the Wizard class or the Druid, one of the classes where they can always change up their spells. They get access to all these spells, but they can only cast the ones that are prepared. And you can change these at any time outside of combat. It's much different than, say, like a Warlock or a Sorcerer, and maybe a Bard. I don't recall how Bards work, but certain classes, they cannot pick their spells except for when leveling up. So we know we're going to want to be able to cure wounds. So it's always helpful to be able to heal. Although this is a melee one, so we can't do ranged, so it is a bit limited. I feel like we definitely want these smites here, the Searing and the Thunderous Smite, so we'll get that. And there's a lot of good choices here, but obviously we got to kind of limit ourselves here. The Shield of Faith, I like the ones that boost your armor class, but not the ones that require concentration. I like when you can just boost it and then have it boosted the entire time. And so we're not going to get that one. Command can be helpful. Just kind of show you guys what they do so you can read these if you want. Because we're not going to go with any of those. We're going to go with the Heroism. Make yourself or target immune to frightens and gain 5 temporary hit points each turn. And then I think we're also going to do... Oh, there's another smite here. I guess we got to limit ourselves. We're only going to do 2 smitings, guys. We can always switch them up. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pick the bless as well. Alright, so I think that's everything we need to do for our level up. And so now it'll be Jynx's turn.
Can we just talk about the level of detail here for a minute? Because like I'm walking around, you got your cute little footprints.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then you get your feet wet, and now you got cute little muddy footprints. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and did you see how when you're walking that it was like the water is sinking into the sand. Now the footprints don't stick around very long, of course. But
no, but I mean,
yeah,
that's cool.
it's amazing.
Just little details.
Yeah,
like that.
How the water kind of dries up like that. Yeah.
So yeah, leveling up.
Is that what you were doing over there?
That was what I was doing.
Just looking at you.
Just looking at my little footprints.
So Jynx will have 17 health, so already you see my health's picking up much higher than hers.
That's nice. Jack of all trades.
So that's for proficiency bonuses. Oh, add half of your proficiency bonus to ability checks that you're not proficient in. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then Song of Rest. Oh, that's cool too. It's a new song.
And revitalizes us as if we did a short rest. So basically you could use that
As like a free short rest?
Yeah.
And then a new spell.
Okay, so yeah, Jynx does not have the prepared spell mechanic.
Oh, dang.
And so you gotta like pick one of all this
Just
list.
one?
Yeah, that's all you get.
Oh, man.
And so a lot of different choices here.
I feel like I should whisper and hurt people's feelings.
Don't you already do that?
Or Thunderwave.
Thunderwave is nice because you can knock enemies off, like multiple enemies off of like cliffs and stuff. And so that's pretty helpful to have.
Increase my movement speed. Get long legs. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to do Thunderwave.
Yeah, I think you should do that as well. And then this is their one way of changing spells out. Every time they level up, they can replace one spell they have for another one. So you could look at what you currently have selected. I don't know, is that the... Well, you go to your out. So you can take one of those spells and replace it with a new one. Now that you got more options available. I feel like you should keep the healing ones.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to get rid of the melee one. Since that's an action.
Which one?
The melee heal.
Oh, yeah.
Not that one. That one there. Because that one, it requires you to get up close and use it.
I see.
And it's an action. So you can't
True.
attack that same turn. So you could get rid of that one.
Yeah, and I guess there are other people.
Yeah, and I
who
can heal. Shadowheart can heal. And so if you wanted to open up your options a little bit,
Yeah, I'll do the whispers.
you can whisper. Okay, so we're leveled up. Now we need to get that weapon equipped that we fought for. We risked everything for it. Also, what you want to do is go into your camp supply pack, Jynx. Get your supply pack, and then so you don't have to carry it, send it to camp.
Oh, I don't have anything.
Oh, did you not
I
start with
just
one?
gave it to you.
Oh, Jynx didn't get one. Never mind.
You just got to share your supplies with me.
All right, so then the Everborn Blade. This is what we're going to equip, guys. So you can see it's just a cool flaming sword.
Why are you holding it by the fire?
That's a little silly. But did you see how much more damage it does? It's like significant, guys. We went from 4 to 13 to 6 to 19. Do you see why it's worth doing that fight? I feel anyway, if you're going to use a two-handed weapon, which you always have Lysel to use the two-handed weapon.
Did you look at my clams?
I didn't.
Those are nice.
You have nice clams.
I found them.
We did find the scale mail. I don't think we'll equip this, though. Yeah, well, we like our special looking armor that we have here.
Won't the other look special on you too, though?
No. It'll look generic.
Oh, yeah.
It's just generic scale mail.
Very brown.
Yeah. So why would we want to wear that over
That's true.
our scale mail of vengeance? Because this is scale mail. It's the vengeance one.
It's very dashing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I don't think there's anything else we need to do in our equipment. I noticed Jynx has a skull in her inventory.
Always.
All right, so I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and get Shadowheart. We just left her laying here this whole time.
She's alright.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us. You're more concerned for her than she is for you, clearly. We need to take care of ourselves. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing. Just before we go, I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
I wish I could get rid of that little Praetorian 44 indicator up there.
Yeah, because it's kind of blocking the approval.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get rid of that. I don't know if it's because we're in multiplayer or what the deal is, but yeah, I never saw it in the PC version. It's not entirely sure. If Jynx had been interacting with Shadowheart, she would have probably tried to steal her little trinkets.
What? Probably.
Yeah, we know you would have. You've been to keep your little paws off of it.
I've got baggy pants and deep pockets.
Alright, so Shadowheart needs to level up as well. And so she's our cleric. And I think she's of the trickster domain. Might want to change that. I don't really like the trickster domain, guys. I'm being honest.
I don't either.
And so we might want to reclass her a bit. We could leave her as a cleric. I don't know if we even want her as a cleric, though, when you think about it, because both of us are capable of healing. So, yeah, I don't know.
The Tempest is pretty cool.
Hmm?
The Tempest cleric.
Oh, the Tempest cleric? Yep. We'll just get rid of these and go through these real quick.
Fresh.
Yeah, start out fresh. See exactly what we want. You notice she has a lot of similar skills to the Paladin. Another reason why we might not want to have her as cleric. I don't know, guys. I guess we'll give her the bless. And yeah, since everybody can already heal themselves, I don't think she needs to run up close and heal people. So we'll give her the Bane instead. And again, the clerics are like the Paladin, that they can change their skills whenever you want. And so you do that here in your spell book, and then you can just change the skills. Change the spells they have access to. Alright. So yeah, I love the flaming sword, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And glad we were able to grab that up. I almost lost that battle, man. We just barely pulled that out.
That barrel is empty.
Oh, Jynx already looted it. It's gonna be weird having two people looting. I'm not gonna know. Is there any way to mark, like for you to be able to see what you can pick up? Like how in the PC version you hold shift, or at least that's what I have it set to.
I don't know.
Yep, it's the R3. So you hold R3.
Oh, okay.
And then that'll mark everything for you. I knew they had to have an ability for that because it's like super important to be able to see what all you can interact with.
You have to hold it though.
Yeah, you do have to hold it.
Wish that was a toggle.
So maybe you can toggle it. I'll have to take a look. I didn't see it in the options, but we'll have to check. So yeah, send all food to the camp, guys. There's no reason to keep it. I guess we'll pick up the water. I don't know if we'll actually end up using that, but
I pick up everything.
I did not mean to pick that book up, though.
You don't sell the books?
They're not worth it. No, I just don't think that they're worth carrying. They're not worth very much. Like, if you look at, like... I mean, it's worth 14 for one weight. I mean, I guess since we need money, we can keep it. But, yeah, generally, that's just not enough. It's not worth carrying, I think.
I just picked up some fishies, but I don't know where they went.
Here's a perfumed letter.
I love you. Don't be late.
Yeah, it's crazy seeing the world from this view. You know, as somebody who's played so much of this game, and it just feels like a completely different game because of the view. And you know, we always find that when we play console versions of games.
I found a loot.
Awesome. So now you can change up your instrument if you want.
Loot.
You can duel. Oh, is that what you're rocking already? Yeah. Forgot you already had the loot. Are you gonna stick with that the whole time? You can change up your instruments a little bit.
Switch it up. Get a little different here, especially if I find a band.
All right. So what we're gonna want to do is sneak. I don't know if there's any way to put everybody into a sneak though.
She sneaks
Shadowheart
with you.
sneaks with you. Okay, so that's good.
And then I will sneak far behind because I suck at sneaking in games.
Did you get sneaking as a proficiency?
Maybe. I mean, I'm small.
I feel like you might have already had that. Yeah, like maybe you got it as
But looking at the way I sneak, I feel like she's not very proficient in it. I sneak like a dandy.
This key empty yet? Oh yeah, she's empty. Oh well. Said she was empty, but she clearly wasn't.
The lies.
Lied to us.
There's a guy.
Oh, he. Alright, so the reason why we're sneaking is because there's some of these rain guys sitting up here.
I'm gonna accidentally pick a pocket. Sorry, Shadowheart.
Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can't hit this guy. How do you go to the turn mode? Is that in here? Yeah, turn-based mode. Alright, so we're going to turn-based mode. So this is basically, it turns the regular game into the turn-based mode. Are you going to go into turn-based mode too, Jynx?
I tried.
There you go. And so it's really good for sneaking, and also when you're trying to open up an attack like this and you don't want to have them turn and look at you, because they can't move until it's their turn. Alright, so we're going to sneak up and get a...
Also didn't know about that.
You didn't know about the turn-based mode? So yeah, we're going to try and just smack them. Let's see, we have 2 spell slots. And these are tougher enemies, so probably not. Although they do have less health. I don't recall the PC version them having less health like that. I don't know.
I don't remember these guys being too bad.
If they hit you, they're not too bad. If they hit you, they can kill you in like 1 hit, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they do like stupid amounts of damage. As long as they don't hit you, it's not a problem, though. It's just if they do get a hit on you. So yeah, we do 6 to 19 damage. We probably don't even need to use this on any of these guys. So let's go ahead and smack him. We got that advantage because we're stealthing.
Tiptoe, tiptoe.
And so you see I'm the only one that's currently in battle now. So we're going to let them move, and then we're going to have Shadowheart. So he missed me, luckily. Oh, and it looks like you guys got pulled into the combat too. Alright, so it's a bummer. I was going to try and have Shadowheart also get a stealth attack, but didn't work out.
So it's my turn.
Yeah. Well, I think we have simultaneous turns right now, but...
Oh, cancel end turn. Yeah, I accidentally hit triangle.
Yeah, it's easy to do, man.
So we both have turns going?
Yeah, when you're up there at the top like that, and you're all back to back to back, then it doesn't matter what order you do your turns.
Oh, okay.
And so right now we can apparently simultaneously attack. So maybe I should attack first and see if I can kill it.
Okay.
And then that'll allow you to go after this one instead. Yeah, I killed it in 1 hit. This sword is ridiculous. Alright, so I was going to end my turn here. And then you and Shadowheart would come over this way and try and attack that guy.
Don't want to burn my butt.
I don't know if you guys can hit him, though, because he's kind of got some range on him over there.
He's far.
Let me see if she can hit him with her crossbow. Yeah, she can.
Very well.
But she missed. Oh, no.
A critical miss.
Mm-hmm. So maybe you can hit him.
Oh.
Oh, you're just out of range.
Yeah.
Damn. And you can't move any further?
No.
Okay, so I would use your action to, like, maybe, I don't know, you can buff somebody or something if you want to use one of your spells. Anything that's targeting them you wouldn't be able to do since they're so far away.
Yeah, I just have the Bardic Inspiration.
I mean, yeah, you can buff somebody or, not even worry about
Yeah.
it. Because it's
He's
just one
almost
enemy.
dead.
Yeah, so we'll just triangle out of this. And then he uses his attack to dash. Alright, so let's just get the hit with him. He'll probably be able to finish this off. Yeah. I don't even need anybody else.
Wow. Wow.
This sword, it's amazing, Jynx.
You don't need me?
Of course I need you.
Who's gonna sing you songs so
That's
that
what
you
I'm
can
saying.
sleep?
Yeah, I won't
after
go to
all
sleep
the
at night.
terrible things you'll do.
Alright, and running into fire.
Yeah.
Need somebody to heal me.
Who's gonna grease that shiny bottom?
Yep. Remember,
This gal.
his bottom has no hair on it, so
I imagine it would chafe really bad.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, so we want to get all these goodies that we find here. We did not find very many of those, unless you got them all.
The void bulbs?
Yeah, the void bulbs.
No, I feel like we missed them on the ship.
I think we missed too many of them.
I came out with a lot, but I clicked on everything.
Yeah, we didn't click on much when we were on the ship. We kind of just moved through it really quickly. And so we probably missed a lot. I know there's a lot that you can get in this section as well, which I just found some here. Got some toxins. I should have sent that to Jynx. It doesn't matter who has it.
Just as long as it's in the party.
Just as long as it's in the party, but it makes sense for Jynx to carry it.
I'm on the search for herbs.
So we'll go ahead and send that over to Jynx.
And clay shells.
So normally in this section I got to use Shadowheart to get through these locked things, but Jynx should be much better at that because she's got the sleight of hand proficiency.
Don't give me trouble now.
And I guess we'd want to change Astarion to something else. That's another character we'll be getting soon.
So do I need to pick the thieves tool?
No, it's automatically on there.
Oh, okay.
So I think you just go and roll.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Got a critical failure.
Well, that hurts my feelings.
Alright, so we lost our one thieves tool. So that's a shame. I could smash it open.
Give it a go. You can climb on it.
So I think that destroys most of the stuff inside of it. But it does let you pick up some of the things.
We at least got some gold.
Yeah, I think it has a chance or something destroying items. I'm not entirely sure how the smashing works. But yeah, you can just kind of smash things open. Like doors, for instance. A lot of new players don't know that. That, you can't get in a door. You just smash it open. Well, some doors are more difficult to smash open, but most can be if you know how to do it. If you know what to attack with it, how to attack it, then you generally can. So we did get a helmet, so might want to equip that. It's a leather helmet. Did you want it since it's light armor?
Sure.
So we'll send that over to Jynx here, and she can equip that. And then this medium armor, nobody really needs this, so we can just sell it. And then the crossbow, we'd probably sell that as well. So let's put that in our wares. We'll be selling all this. Same thing with the scimitar. Although, actually, let me take that out. The Astarion might want to use that.
This loot looks kind of like a skull.
Oh, so they have different looks to them?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Although they're all just the same.
That's cool. I'm be on the hunt for new instruments.
Yeah. I've got like a collection of them, even though nobody... Well, originally nobody in my party could even use instruments. I did change a character you get later, and I made her into a bard. So do you want to pick up all these goodies? I do need to start remembering to use the R3 so we can see stuff. I forget that that's what the button is.
Flowers.
Yeah, we gotta pick all the flowers.
Hey, I need some help. Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? There. Can you see it? Shh. Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need him alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod? you wriggling little... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on? A fine effort. But I've seen it all. I was walking this land while your ancestors were learning to crawl. Now tell me, what just happened? What was that? Yes. Yes, that has to be it. You're not one of them. They took you. Same as they took me. I'm half tempted to spill your guts all over the dirt anyway, but for now... Apologies. I'm out of wine and flowers, so I hope an introduction will suffice. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. Well, yes, of course. But first things first. You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a mind flayer ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
Another damn elf. We failed every one of those damn rolls, man. I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, like he's stronger than he looks.
Yeah, like I can't believe that we failed all those. And we got pretty good strength too. Yeah, we failed the headbutt and we failed the strength roll. Unfortunately,
things that dwarves are very good at.
Yeah, very surprised with that. Just did not go in our favor. But it's interesting how it changed the dialogue there. He said, that he was thinking about killing us anyways. I don't think I've ever seen him say that before. But yeah, we need to level him up. Now we got Astarion, our second elf, or I guess she's a half elf, but same damn thing.
So 1.5 elves.
Yeah. And so Astarion is a rogue. And I don't know if we're going to want to keep him as a rogue. I normally do, because rogues are pretty cool and very helpful. But with Jynx playing as a bard...
Who can't pick locks, though.
Who apparently can't pick locks. I don't know. I don't know if we want to keep him as a rogue. But for right now, we'll keep him as is. So let's go ahead and level him up. I don't even know if they'll let you do the multi-classing yet at this point. But yeah, we wouldn't want to multi-class him, but a little bit later we'll be able to just completely change his class if we want to. So as a rogue here, he doesn't have anything for us to select. He's just getting the health increase, and then he gets these cunning actions, which are pretty useful because they use the bonus action to be able to hide, dash, and disengage. Normally like dashing requires an action, so it's pretty useful that you could use your bonus action for it. Rogues got a lot of really cool things. Like, for instance, they later unlock a second bonus action, and that's probably my favorite aspect about the rogues. Alright, so let's see what he's got equipped here. Because he's just rocking a dagger with his short bow. So what I like to use the rogues for is the dual blading, the dual wielding, once they get the second bonus action. Because your second attack uses a bonus action. So for right now, we'll probably just give him Well, he's not proficient with the scimitar. I don't want him to use just the dagger. It's not very good. And we can't use... Do you happen to have any other swords? Normally I have him use the rapier, but you got the rapier.
I have an extra.
Oh, you got an extra one. Okay, can you send that?
It to Astarion?
Yeah, send it to Astarion here. Because he'll use that. I guess he could have equipped it from your inventory as well. Alright, so yeah, we'll have him use that for now and just use it as a one-handed. Let's add this to wares. Because we're going to want either myself or Jynx to do all of the selling and purchasing because we've got the higher charisma. Alright, so we just got this group of elves with us. I'm sure my character's thrilled about that.
I'm not an elf.
Well, that's why I said
ears,
we.
though.
We. I'm talking about us both.
I'll keep an eye on him from back here.
Can't trust him. Oh, there's an injured mind flayer right here.
Bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Just be careful.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and have a chat with him.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Alright, so we smashed his head.
I love how Astarion and Shadowheart just weren't even paying attention.
Do you want his skull?
Of course.
Jynx is just going to have a collection of skulls here.
Voidy bulbs.
Yeah, we'll have to show you guys exactly what those do. Basically, they kind of suck in all the characters and characters and objects in the area within this little circle and sucks it all into one place, and it's just so incredibly useful.
Dead goblins over there.
So we got some fire. We probably don't want to step through that.
I got a bottle of water.
Yeah, we could throw that or we could just jump over it. I don't know if Shadowheart and Astarion will jump over it, but
They did.
you know what? We actually need to go.
Why did I run to the
This
fire
way.
to jump over it?
Alright, so we're gonna zoom out just a little bit so I get a better idea of where we're at here, since I'm used to playing.
I'm glad it has footprints so I can follow you guys.
Just in case you get lost.
Use the trap.
Okay, so yeah, we needed to go this way. We went around the other way, but that's fine.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if...
A hand? Anyone? Just your average traveler stuck between realms. Pull me out, and we'll get properly introduced. That's it! Go on! Keep pulling! Oh. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well. Then I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceremorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Oh, I see you're traveling with plenty of company already. Perhaps I can join you later instead. I'll make my way to your camp and embark upon a succulent slow cook to be consumed upon your return.
So finally, a non-elf. We actually really want him with us. So I actually went ahead and loaded a earlier save so that we could have Gale here, because I don't want to have to go to camp just to get him so that we can continue on, because we really want to have him because we don't really have any dedicated casters in our group at this moment. And so yeah, we're gonna have Gale with us rather
Gale's
than
just a good time.
Yeah, I like Gale. So we do need to level him up.
Seek and you shall.
But yeah, we have not been quick saving enough. This is a game where you want to quick save like all the time. Like, all the time, guys. And whenever I do these Let's Plays, I just don't. I just do not quick save enough. So we can pick our subclass here at level 2 for Gale. A lot of choices. The wizard and the cleric have the most subclasses. So they have a lot of choices. What really matters, there's two things that matter here. So the first is that you can learn any spells, because wizards have the ability to take scrolls and then learn that spell by paying a bit of money. Any spells within your kind of school will be cheaper, so you can save a lot of money, especially with the more expensive levels, because they are like 1,000 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
It gets pretty expensive to learn them. I think it's around 1,000, like the really high level ones, 500,000, something like that. So yeah, you can save a lot of money by only having to pay half of the cost for those. And then the other thing to consider is the bonuses that you get right here. So each one gets a little bonus. And so that's the other thing you need to consider when you pick your class. I have found that there's a couple classes that are better than others. Like Evocation is probably the best one because of this bonus right here. Basically, there's no friendly fire. And so it's incredibly powerful. And I assume that's what we're going to get this time, just because it is so powerful. We're just going to show you some of the other options here. You got Necromancy. Not that exciting, the Grim Harvest one. But helpful, I suppose. Have the Conjuration. Allows you to create water. Yeah, so exciting there.
You can make people wet.
You get the Enchantment. You can make people wet. Gale making all the ladies wet. So this one's an interesting one. So a little bit different from some of the other ones you see. It's not just some new spell. It gives you this a special die that you can do. So that's kind of cool. So that's one of the ones you might want to try out. You got Illusion, which is just the improved minor illusion. Transmutation. So this one also has a little interesting ability here, where you can brew 2 alchemical solutions instead of 1. And so yeah, it's like double the potions for whenever you're doing the potion making. So yeah, that's a nice little bonus there. But yeah, I think Evocation's the one that we're going to go for. It's definitely one I like the most.
Didn't you say Gale was like the leading cause of death?
He's not the leading cause of death. Friendly Fire was like number 3 or something on cause of death or whatever. Gale's the leading character who dies, I believe. Like, he dies more than anybody else. But yeah, I guess Gale does kill a lot of people though, because he's the he's the wizard, and so that could save a lot of people some trouble there. Because these spells, like, you start throwing fireballs around and stuff, you can do stupid amounts of damage to your own party. I have to go for the Find Familiar because it's nice having that extra party member. The spider is the only one that I find to be really, really useful because it has the most health compared to the other ones. But you know what? We're not going to go for this time, guys. Instead, we're just going to go for Burning Hands and the Magic Missile. Magic Missile is nice because you can target multiple enemies, and it always hits. It can even like dip around corners. It's a pretty cool skill. As long as they're within your range, then you always hit them. Let's just go ahead and figure out what spells we want prepared here. We definitely want the Magic Missile and the Thunder Wave. Suppose he doesn't really need Burning Hands because he has the Thunder Wave. Yeah, I didn't think about that. You know what? Let's go back and get rid of that. We'll keep the Magic Missile though, and then maybe do the Ice Knife instead.
We'll shank him with cold.
Alright, so yeah, we don't need those equipped. We will have the Mage Armor. So this is what I was talking about. This is one of those spells where you're increasing the armor class until the next long rest, and it doesn't require concentration, so it can't be undone. And so yeah, I like that. And I suppose we'll go for the Piggy Grease.
Just spilling bacon grease everywhere.
Alright, so we got our wizard. I don't think we have anything for him to equip. Yeah, we haven't really found much just yet. Alright, so a little spoiler here. We're about to get another party member. Lizelle is up here. You know, the one from the ship. And so if we want to be able to bring her with us, we'd have to send somebody away. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm already fulfilling that role. But also Shadowheart's a healer. We already fulfilled that role. I don't know.
Her and Shadowheart don't get along either.
Yeah, true. So I might want to have one of them step out. Or have Lizelle go to the camp.
You want a quick save?
Yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and quick save here. But yeah, it is best to quick save before conversations and stuff. And it doesn't mean you have to roll back your saves and roll back all the choices you made, not stick with your bad rolls, your bad die rolls. It's probably best not to play that way and just kind of live with your choices. But it is good to have a choice if you want to roll back.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look. Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down. Never.
Then I guess your ass ain't never getting down.
She said never. Alright, so let's go ahead and get her down. I guess you could do it if you want to shoot.
Okay.
Shoot at the bottom there. And then we'll free her up. And
Accidentally shoot her.
Don't shoot Lizelle. You might have to hit it a couple times.
That's
I think you can just... I don't think you need to go in the menu every time you do that. I'm not sure, though.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me. It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gaith tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification. You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior. Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
Alright. So, Astarion and Lizelle are now waiting at the camp for us.
That can't be good.
So I'm gonna pick those up. You think they're gonna get in trouble together?
They're gonna get into some trouble.
Yeah. Alright, so let's get anything picked up over here. Any kind of loot we can find.
Mushroom.
I guess we could take a look at that. We haven't done any potion making yet. So alchemy. Probably not much that we can make just yet. Alright, so they got the screens, two different panels here. Right, interesting. Oh yeah, we don't have enough of anything to actually make a potion just yet. Just got to keep collecting all these goodies. You need 3 of something, 3 of one item to be able to make one of the kind of base ingredients that you use to make potions. Alright, so I think that's everything here. Alright, so there's a battle up this way, which we're not going to want to participate in just yet. Yeah, you can hear the characters talking about the shouting. And so we'll be able to do that in today's episode. We don't have enough time. And I'm not sure if that's what we would want to do first anyways, because I kind of want to go get this key character. I think that's the way I did it in my Let's Play. So I think we'll probably just leave it off here. And we'll start the next episode going through this little area here, and then there's a chapel right there, and we'll see what we can find in it. So we'll do that in episode 3. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.